October 1944, Mabalacat Airfield, Philippines. Dawn breaks over the dusty runway as a group of young ensigns gathers in a bamboo hut. Their flight suits are crisp, faces pale under the harsh lantern light. Lieutenant Commander Asaichi Tamai, eyes burning with zeal, addresses them. The Empire faces its greatest crisis. The American fleet approaches our sacred soil. Ordinary tactics have failed. Only special attacks can save Japan. He speaks of the divine wind, Kamikaze, that once scattered Mongol invaders centuries ago. Now, these pilots will become that wind. You can almost feel the weight in that humid room, the smell of engine oil, the distant rumble of Zero engines warming up, the mix of fear and forced resolve. Many are student soldiers, pulled from universities under the draft. They have read Bushido texts, heard lectures on loyalty to the emperor. Dying for the nation is the highest honor, they repeat. When asked to volunteer, hands rise, not from joy, but from the terror of shame. Refusal means disgrace for family, whispers of cowardice. One pilot later writes in his diary, "We all said yes with our hearts, but inside we trembled." Vice Admiral Onishi arrives, the architect of the program. "You will sink carriers, delay the invasion," he promises. "Your sacrifice will inspire the homeland." Pilots like Ensign Yukio Seki nod solemnly. Seki, a skilled fighter pilot, mutters privately, "If we must send our best to die, the war is already lost." But he volunteers anyway. The first missions launch from Leyte Gulf, planes packed with 250-kilogram bombs, no return fuel. They dive into U.S. ships, some hit, some miss. Radio reports claim glory. At home, newspapers hail heroes. But the pilots who return, due to mechanical failure or missed targets, face cold stares. "Why did you come back?" one commander snaps. Survival carries stigma. They train harder, suppress doubts. Letters home speak of duty. "Mother, forgive me, I go first." Yet in private, some whisper, "Is this really saving Japan?" The attacks intensify. Okinawa looms. More volunteers step forward. The promise, one plane, one ship, glory eternal. But the American fleet, hundreds of carriers, destroyers, battleships, keeps coming. And the first cracks appear. October 25, 1944. Off Samar, Leyte Gulf. The sea is a churning gray under low clouds as the first organized Kamikaze squadron launches. 26 Zero fighters, stripped of guns, loaded with 250-kilogram bombs, climb into the overcast. Leading them is Lieutenant Yukio Seki in his A6M5, engine straining. He has no illusions left. Hours earlier, in the ready room, he told his wife in a final letter, "If I must die, at least let it be for something." But the orders are clear. Dive into the American escort carriers of Taffy 3, small, thin-skinned ships protecting the invasion fleet. From the bridge of the USS St. Lookouts spot the dots on radar first, then the scream of engines. Bandits inbound, low and fast. Alarms wail. AA guns open up. 40mm Bofors, 20mm Oerlikons, 5-inch 38s, barking in desperation. The first Kamikaze dives, wings wobbling from flak hits, crashes into the flight deck. A fireball erupts, bombs detonating below. Within minutes, St. Lo is ablaze, listing, her magazines cooking off. She sinks in under an hour, the first major warship lost to suicide attack. Back at base, radio reports flood in, hits on carriers, destroyers damaged. Pilots who make it through claim glory. Onishi beams in his headquarters. "See, one plane, one ship, the divine wind has returned." Newspapers in Tokyo run headlines. Heroes of the Special Attack Unit turn the tide.
Families receive telegrams, died honorably for the emperor. Mothers weep quietly, fathers stand proud in public. But the pilots who return, damaged planes, missed targets, tell a different story in hushed voices. One survivor, Ensign Haruo Araki, lands with his bomb still attached, engine coughing. He's pulled from the cockpit, face ashen. The carriers are huge. They have so many guns. I dove, but the fire, I couldn't.
April 1, 1945. Off the coast of Okinawa, the invasion fleet, over 1,300 ships, stretches across the horizon like a steel city. Carriers launch Hellcats and Corsairs in endless cycles. Destroyers form a radar picket line miles out. On the Japanese side, bases in Kyushu and Formosa send wave after wave. Kamikaze units now bear official names: Cherry Blossom, Thunder Gods, Floating Chrysanthemums. Pilots are no longer just volunteers, many are ordered. Training is minimal: takeoff, climb, dive. No maneuvers, no escape plan. Fuel for one way only. Ensign Ryoji Uehara, 22, a former law student, climbs into his Zero at dawn. His final letter home is short. Please forgive your useless son. I go because I must. He taxis out, joins formation, dozens of planes, some with crude wooden props, others patched together from wrecks. The target? Task Force 58, the fast carriers that pound the islands daily. As they approach the picket line, radar detects them early. Bandits, 50 miles, low level. Hellcats scramble. The intercept is merciless. American fighters swarm from above and behind, 50 calibers tearing through wings and fuselages. Uehara sees his wingman explode in a fireball. Another plane spins into the sea. He pushes the throttle, dives toward a destroyer screen. Guns blaze, tracers stitch the sky. A 5-inch shell bursts nearby. Shrapnel rips his canopy. Blood on the instruments. He aims for a carrier's flight deck, heart pounding. For the Emperor, he whispers, but the deck is moving, guns tracking. He pulls up at the last second, instinct, not courage, and crashes into the sea short of the target. He survives, barely, picked up by a U.S. destroyer, burned and broken. In the sickbay, he hears the truth from a medic. You hit nothing today, and tomorrow more of you will come. Uehara stares at the ceiling. No glory, no divine wind, just waste. The battle rages for 82 days, over 1,900. July 1945. Kyushu airfields, southern Japan. The Kamikaze program has become a desperate ritual. Bases are scarred craters from B-29 raids. Hangars are makeshift tents. Planes are patched relics. Zeros, vows, even trainers converted with crude bomb racks. Pilots are children now, 16 and 17-year-olds from flight schools, some still wearing school uniforms under flight suits. Commanders no longer ask for volunteers, they assign. You fly tomorrow, an officer says flatly. No speeches, no promises of glory, just orders. Ensign Heichi Okabe, 19, waits in line for his aircraft. He has read the newspapers, filtered, censored, but the truth seeps through survivor stories and overheard radio chatter. Okinawa is lost. The fleet still sails. Atomic rumors circulate in whispers. A single bomb erased a city. Okabe clutches his final letter, written to his mother. I believed I was saving you. Now I see we are only dying. He boards his Zero, bomb slung beneath like a lead weight. The engine coughs to life. As he taxis, he looks at the line behind him, dozens more boys climbing in, faces blank.
The formation launches, over 100 planes this time, part of the Ketsugo Final Defense Plan. They climb toward the expected invasion fleet off southern Kyushu. American radar detects them early. Hellcats rise to meet them. Corsairs dive from the sun. The sky becomes a slaughterhouse. Planes explode mid-air, spin into the sea, crash without reaching the screen. Okabe pushes through flak bursts, wings shredded. He sees a carrier ahead, massive, armored, guns flashing. He dives. Tracers stitch his fuselage. The cockpit fills with smoke. At the last second, he yanks the stick, instinct again, and plows into the water short of the deck. The bomb detonates harmlessly. He blacks out. He wakes on a U.S. hospital ship,